Hey YouTube, it's Callista. I don't know what's going on with my computer. Apparently my voice, the way that my videos are recording, I don't know what happened with it, but like now my voice is coming out and then my mouth is moving, so it's kind of like a bad like 80s Asian movie, like the karate movies. Whatever, it's getting the point across. So my last video was recorded and I thought it was uploaded on the 4th of August, and apparently it was not. I just went in to manage my videos, upload this video, and realized that that one did not upload, so I'm going to be uploading them together. Today is Tuesday, the 13th of August, so the video before this will obviously be my video from last week. So I went over the hodgepodge of things that were going on, and actually I wanted to touch base because after being cleared to withstand anesthesia, I had my brush with it on the 6th of August. Now I'm gonna just give information that is kind of not totally related to the last video, but there's bits and pieces that are. So I mentioned that they did clear me to allow me to go under anesthesia. And what has gone on since being cleared is on the 6th of August, I had a small mass, and apparently this is not uncommon, and I thought for a female it was uncommon, but I had this mass. It was like a little tiny ball. At first I thought maybe it was a cyst, I wasn't really sure, and it was growing like in my groin. So being a bigger girl, my first initial reaction was, okay, it's a boil and fat. And I thought, okay, let's see if it pops. Well, it didn't pop. And then I went and I saw a doctor. This was like a year ago, and he's like, oh, it just looks like, you know, a tiny fat bubble. I'm like, oh, what? Gross. And he's like, you know, if it's not bothering you, leave it alone. It could be, you know, a boil of some sort. I'm like, yeah, but it's been there for a couple months. It was little, but it was still enough that A, it was not aesthetically pleasing to me, and B, it was there and it was annoying. And then it slowly started to get a little bit bigger, and it wasn't big where like I was walking around myself, but it was big where like it was bothering me. It was starting to irritate me, especially like my underwear would touch it and stuff like that. Thankfully it wasn't in any sort of like super tender area, like it wasn't my butt or my vagina or anything like that, which was great, but it was like right in my groin, so like the crease of your leg, where your torso and your leg meet. And it really started to bother me recently. So I saw my PCP, and she's like, well, if it's bothering you, I'm going to refer you to a surgeon. So she referred me to him. It just so happened that I got my clearance, and he decided, well, let's go ahead, let's remove it. So they put me into a twilight, and I'm assuming it may have had something to do with my heart condition, but I almost felt like I was completely out. Like, aside from one or two things that I recall in the surgery, it was just kind of weird because I almost felt like I was completely out. And the waking up process sucked. But I guess that was kind of like our test run of like, okay, well, the twilight worked well. I didn't have any issues because obviously you're knocked out, but you're sustaining breathing on your own. And they said that everything seemed good. I wasn't snoring. There was, you know, little snores here and there, but I wasn't snoring nearly to the capacity they would have expected for somebody my size. So that was good. If you see bouncing around behind me, it's my dog. So the reason that I have turned my computer and I'm sitting on my bed is because when they did the surgery, obviously the incision and the stitches are in my groin. And actually, because today was 1 week from surgery, they just removed my stitches. So I'm afraid of because it's in my groin and it's such a, an area that moves so much every time you move your legs, I just want to make sure that my stitch line doesn't pop open. So that is why I'm sitting on my bed, because it's very uncomfortable for me to sit on any sort of chair. That being said, right now I'm kind of walking like I'm walking around myself, but it's not because of the, it's obviously not because it's there, it's because there's the incision. So, moving on. There's my explanation to that. Moving on. So I know that I mentioned, I know you guys know that I quit smoking back, March? I think it was March. I stopped smoking, and I am now 5 months since I stopped. And I kind of thought that when I was at 240, my weight had plateaued and nothing else was going to happen. Because when I did quit smoking, I was maybe like 230. And then I went and got weighed today, obviously, because they want to make sure that since surgery you don't have extreme weight gain or loss, anything like that. And I was 252, so I've gained another 12 pounds since my first video. Now, I don't know exactly if that is in, if that has something to do with me quitting smoking and my body just wasn't done gaining weight, from me shoving everything in my mouth, or if it had something to do with the new medication that they put me on. I did not weigh right before my surgery. Like that same day I didn't weigh. They asked me if I knew how much I weighed, and I told them. So, my last recorded weight that I had going into a doctor being weighed was 240. And today they weighed me and I was 252. So I don't know if it's just since before my surgery, like when I started taking my medication, or if it has to do something with just like the whole smoking thing. So the medication that they put me on is spironolactone. It's spelled spironolactone, and it is 25 milligrams. It is tiny. Let's see that, but it's a little bitty pill. And it's basically like the size of like a birth control pill, so small. That is basically just to help so that my heart does not meet so much resistance. It's supposed to kind of help everything move kind of fluidly, and that's fine. I take it once a day. I personally have chosen to take it right before bed, because I notice that when I do take it, it makes me dizzy, and that's one of the side effects, that it can cause dizziness. And with me, unfortunately, it has done that. But everything has a side effect. At least I don't have like anal leakage or, seizures or anything crazy. So dizziness, and then it also says that like if I consume alcohol, it could intensify that dizziness. So I actually have not had a drink for, my goodness, maybe a month and a half, 2 months. So I haven't even had the opportunity to goof up and find out if it's going to react badly. I just know that if it's gonna, I can take it at any time that I want, and I've chosen for that to be right before bed, because if it does cause me to be dizzy, I'm already asleep, so whatever. So I did also, what else did I want to mention? I started at my new job. I know I had mentioned to everybody I was going to be working on the cardiac unit I stayed in when I got sick and ended up hospitalized in June, and so far so good. Kind of stinks because I don't wear scrubs, which I'd like to wear scrubs, but at the same time, you gotta, I guess, kind of weigh it out, and I make more at this place, and I'm gonna be doing a lot, like, more seated work, so I'm not putting so much strain on my body. So I'm hoping that once I have my surgery, and all of that happens, this will at least give my body time to, relax and not exhaust itself. Because I kind of feel like if I were doing more clinical hands-on stuff, and having surgery, I think I would completely poop myself out, just because I'm not going to have half the amount of intake that I have now, and I'm going to be moving a lot. I would much rather have it be where my body is moving when I want it to be moving, like for exercise, as opposed to having physical limits pushed at work and risk something not going so hot. So I'm excited about that. It'll also shorten the amount of time that I'll have to be out of work, because obviously I'm doing more of a desk job now, so after surgery I may be lucky and only have to take 2 or 3 weeks off of work, as opposed to a month and a half. And it's not because I would be lazy and not wanting to go back to work. It would just be because I am more high risk. So I just wanted to, touch base with you guys, let you know that I didn't fall off the face of the earth, and that's the reason that you're having 2 videos back to back, is because I didn't realize the first one never uploaded. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. Good news about the removal of the little tumor. It was benign. There was nothing, no cancerous cells or anything. So, I don't know. If there's any questions you guys have, any concerns, if you'd like to know anything, I'm thinking to maybe start doing a couple of fun videos. So if anybody wants to know anything, any sort of video requests, feel free. I mean, I'm an open book. I really have nothing to hide, so if you guys want to know anything, I'll be more than happy to share my life with you. And I think that's about it. I can't really think of anything else I'd like to gab about. So thanks a lot. Thank you for watching, subscribing, supporting my channel. I really appreciate it. Oh, another thing that I did want to mention, I noticed on starting the spironolactone, I don't know if you guys can see, it looks really gross. I'm sorry, it's over here. I'm looking at my computer, so my reflection is backwards. I know you can see, like, right here, it's like little acne. I noticed that once I started to take it, my face just really started, and it's only like in my chin area. It hasn't gone, anywhere else on my face, or, not my forehead, my cheeks, nothing. It's just I'm noticing on my, like, chin area, I'm starting to break out. So, hopefully that's not something that persists, because that would suck. But yeah, that's the only real downfall, and I can't really say if it's from that or maybe it's from the humidity outside, because my skin is a little sensitive. But my guess is it's just something new to my body, so maybe that's what's causing it. So yeah, I think that's it. Thanks so much. I'll jam with you guys later. Bye.